And then just one last concept, determination of sex. We know that there are 44 autosomes, in other words, that code for all the characteristics except for the sex characteristics, and 2 gonosomes for the sex characteristics. And it will be X and Y. Boys, XY, girls, XX. Where does that come from? X chromosomes, the shape, Y chromosomes, the shape. Right. Some diseases are sex-linked. We'll deal with those later. But what I want you, just to finish off, have a look at the paper again. A male is XY and a female XX. This is now a whole chromosome that is separated here. Okay. In other words, if these two come together, the X from the father, the X from the mother, it will be a girl. Another girl. A little boy. A little boy. In other words, there's a 50% chance for every child that is born to be either male or female. So it's nobody's fault if parents only have boys or girls, like many people do. For every child that is born, there's a 50% chance.
I think what is confusing to them, if they look around you, and you will always find that you see more girls than what you see than boys, and I think that is, to them is confusing. But what is important for them to remember, that there is a 50-50 chance to have either a boy or a girl.
And what's interesting is that they say in the world, now I don't know who counted, but worldwide statistics, you have more or less an equal number of male and female people.
Wow.
And that it's in certain communities, in certain areas, that you will sometimes have more of the one sex than the other. And that's quite interesting. What's also interesting, that after the Second World War, many more boys were born in those first years than girls. And they still want to determine exactly why it happened. Some hormonal changes, we don't know why.